Ethan woke up expecting deja vu, but there was none. No loop, no reset, no strange familiarity in the air. Just silence, and a world that continued forward like nothing had ever broken before. He sat on the edge of his bed, staring at his hands. So it really stopped. The words felt wrong in his mouth, because part of him expected the day to rewind at any second. It didn't. Outside, the city moved normally. Cars, people, sunlight. But Ethan didn't feel normal. He felt like something had been removed from existence, and only he noticed. He whispered name without thinking. Clare. And for the first time, there was no echo, no flicker, no emotional pull, just emptiness. Ethan searched the city. He didn't know why, he just walked, like something inside him refused to accept absence. Clare. People looked at him strangely when he asked, "Do you know her?" No, never heard that name. It was always the same answer. Not confusion, not recognition, nothing. As if she had never existed at all. Ethan stood in the middle of a crowded street. That's impossible. His chest tightened, because his memories were still there, her voice, her eyes, the forest, the loops, all of it. But the world disagreed. That night, Ethan began seeing flashes. Not dreams, not hallucinations. Fragments of reality trying to stabilize inside his mind. A forest burning in reverse, a hand reaching for his, a girl screaming his name through collapsing time. He grabbed his head. Stop! But the visions kept coming, not random, structured, like something was being reconstructed. And at the center of it, Clare, always Clare. Then a new memory hit harder than the rest. A man, watching, resetting everything, controlling the loop. Ethan's eyes widened. It wasn't just her. The system had always been bigger. A sound echoed through the city the next morning, not loud, not physical, but felt inside everything. A pulse. Ethan froze. He knew that feeling. Reality bending. But the loop was supposed to be gone. Yet, the sky flickered. Just for a second. A crack appeared, then disappeared. Ethan stepped back slowly. No, and then this whisper, inside his mind, not words, emotion, familiar, Clare. Ethan turned sharply. You're still here. But there was no answer. Only that faint emotional signal, repeating, like a heartbeat buried inside reality. And then everything went silent again. But Ethan now knew one thing. The loop hadn't ended. It was high. The pulse returned. Stronger this time. Ethan stood in the middle of the street as reality subtly shifted again, like the world was testing whether it should break or pretend to be normal. People around him didn't notice anything. They kept walking, talking, living. But Ethan saw it. A woman crossed the road, paused for a split second, then repeated the exact same step again. A man checked his phone, then did it again with the same motion. It's not gone, Ethan whispered. It's hiding inside reality. The sky flickered once more, and for a brief second he saw her. Clare. Standing far away, looking directly at him, then she vanished. Ethan didn't move, because this time, he wasn't confused, he was certain, she's still inside it. That night, Ethan followed the pulse. It wasn't direction, it was feeling. Like something inside his mind pulling him forward. Through streets, through silence, through places that felt slightly unreal, until he reached the old forest boundary. The place he never consciously remembered visiting, but his body did. The air here was different, heavy, like time had been stored in it. Then, the signal peaked. Ethan stepped forward, and the world flickered. Clare stood there, but she wasn't fully real. Her form shimmered, like she existed between layers of reality. Her eyes slowly lifted. Ethan? He stepped forward instantly. You remember me? But she shook her head slightly. Not fully. A pause. I feel you, but I don't know why. Ethan's voice lowered. Because you erased yourself to end the loop. Her eyes widened slightly. I did. And then pain hit her expression. Not physical, memory breaking through. Fragments of 555 loops collapsing inside her mind. She stumbled. I can't hold it all. Ethan reached for her, but his hand passed through slightly. She wasn't fully here. The forest darkened instantly, not naturally, systematically, like something was forcing reality to load a different layer. A voice returned, cold, empty. Anomaly detect. Ethan froze. Clare clutched her head. No, not again. Sky cracked open. But this time it wasn't breaking, it was opening. Something inside reality was waking up. The controller, the system behind the loops. Ethan stepped forward. I know you're there. Silence. Then the voice responded. Yo, we're never supposed to reman. Ethan's jaw tightened, and yet I did. Clare looked at him weakly. Ethan, don't. But it was too late. The system focused fully on him. Restoration required. Reality began collapsing inward. Not destruction, correction. Ethan felt his memories being pulled. Clare, the loops, everything. He gritted his teeth. No, and then he grabbed Clare's hand fully. This time she didn't fade. Everything stopped, not frozen, not paused, but balanced between collapse and survival. Ethan stood at the center of it all. Clare beside him, both of them connected fully now. The system spoke one last time. Erase the anomaly or reset existence. Silence. Clare looked at him. Her voice was soft. If you stay here, you'll disappear. Ethan smiled faintly. I already disappeared once. A pause. And you found me anyway. Clare's eyes trembled. What if I forget you again? Ethan stepped closer. Then I'll become something you can feel, not remember. The system reacted violently. Reality fractured. Everything was collapsing into one final point. The controller losing stability. Claire grabbed his hand tighter. Ethan. He looked at her one last time, not as a loop, not as a memory, but as something real. This time, no more resets. He turned toward the collapsing core and made his final choice. I choose her over the system. A massive silence. Then, light. Not explosion, not destruction. Resolution. The system collapsed, not violently, but permanently. Like a machine finally accepting it no longer needed to exist. When everything stabilized, the forest was gone, the system was gone. Only a world remained. Ethan opened his eyes. He was standing in a quiet field, sunlight, wind, real-time. Beside him, Claire, fully human, fully present. She looked around slowly. Ethan exhaled softly after everything. Claire looked at him. Do I know you? Ethan smiled, not sad, not broken, just peaceful. Not yet. And for the first time, time didn't repeat, it simply moved forward.